is Tamara Chambers.
And I'm Cody Melcher.
And this is Tamara Just Saw.
And Cody also just saw 2 as well. Lee?
We have some, hold on really quick in my pocket here. Oh, some unpopular opinions. To all the boys I've loved before.
And all the ones I still will next.
To all the boys I've blocked on Twitter before.
To all the boys I've awkwardly stood near trying to figure out a way to accidentally bump into them so that we can talk for a little bit, but then while I'm thinking about that they move, and then I turn around and they're gone, and now I'm just standing in a room for no reason, and then a teacher comes in and goes, hey, you're not supposed to be in this room, and I go, what, I was paper?
Before. Tonight, Cody and I watched To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which is a huge hit on Netflix right now.
Yes.
People are going crazy. BuzzFeed especially is going crazy.
It's all a buzz. I want to be clear on my side. We watched the movie. I looked in the general direction of it, and while my eyes slowly moved gently in different directions, and then I forced my head back towards it. I was present for the duration of the film, and no one can take that away from me.
I did watch the film.
I liked almost every individual part of the movie.
That's a nice way to put it.
Separated from the whole and each other. If on paper, and also if you showed me certain screenshots probably, and if you showed me certain aspects, if you told me a little bit of the storyline, I probably would have been really into this. Yeah. And I came into it whole hog ready to go because I had heard friends of mine that were like, I love this movie. And I was like, I'm ready to like this movie as well.
I love the idea of her writing 5 deeply passionate and personal love letters. And then those being seen, terrifying. I love the Asian-centric cast.
Yeah.
Love it. I love Netflix originals. And also, we've done a Netflix original before. It was not good, but it was fun and did well. So, I was excited about that. Death Note. Bad. So I was very ready to just love this movie. The script was so, a word that you used, so sitcom-y. I don't think the script lended itself to the actors at all, and I think that really hindered them deeply. I thought that, the payoff of, the story on a whole was just the most obvious thing ever.
Yeah, there were no surprises.
We were talking about how, I almost said Dr. Strangelove. What's his name?
Alex
Strangelove. That's a Netflix original that, no one was talking about, that I feel like everyone should have been talking about. It was so good. But we were saying it felt like maybe it didn't do as good because it kind of felt like the same thing as Love, Simon.
Yeah, it came out at the same time as Love, Simon. I think part of the problem that we're having is actually part of why it's successful, perhaps, if I may put forward
Please.
A theory. So the problem with the script is that it is enamored with how clever it is. The reason why I felt sitcom is it felt very much like an early aughties grunge remix of sitcom. That kind of that 70s show, Freaks and Geeks-ish type thing. And I liked Freaks and Geeks a lot, but it felt very much kind of like that. It felt very much of that era. And so I think people our age loves that kind of thing. And so it feels very comfortable in that way. I think the problem is when you're going in expecting it to be something different.
Yeah.
It's like how I talked to you about Mamma Mia, where the movie Mamma Mia feels like it's a TV movie reboot of an old sitcom from the 70s that everyone loved, and now they're trying to bring the daughter in so they can kind of refresh it and do a Mamma Mia the Next Generation or something. Because they introduce all of the main characters of Mamma Mia as if you know who they are, and you've always loved them, and you're supposed to clap when they come on screen. It's trying to be that kind of alty, hipstery, super clever Daria-inspired thing. Yeah. But the problem is it doesn't really know what it is, and it's a pastiche of that instead of just being that. It's not genuine. It's just kind of what if we had a lot of really cool jokes thrown together? Because like you said, the idea of the letters is amazing, and it was for the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then they dropped that entirely. Created this giant problem and solved it immediately, which, as somebody who went to screenwriting school, is a thing they tell you not to do.
I'm out of town this week, so that's why we're doing this Netflix show for this one. And so tonight we also went and saw 8th Grade, which we did last week. And you said about 8th Grade something really lovely. versus this one.
So 8th Grade did a really good job of showing you everything, and this movie did a really good job, or not really good job, but this movie just told you everything. Told you teenage angst. Told you, weird internal struggles about things.
This had every piece that it could, like, they wanted it to be good. Like, it had a gay, beautiful, lovely character that, like, helped your main character, and, like, it had this...
Which is unfortunately also a trope.
No, for sure, and, like, a bad one. It wasn't
the fun gay guy who also does the face mask, who also has insight into your character.
And also happens to be black. Like, it's a whole thing. Like,
there was a lot happening.
Like, let me be all of these magical things for you.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to say, and this will probably be the boldest thing I'll say in this review. It felt like a really good grad student film.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
with a high-ass budget.
Exactly, that's the really good part. It was definitely a script that probably needed a producer or a couple of other rewrites on it.
Right.
The shots, the framing is very someone grew up really loving specific directors, and this is their first movie, so they're gonna put all the shots they've always wanted to do. Like, I'm surprised there weren't more Dutch angles and like rack focusing.
There's a lot that I admired about it. There's so much cheese and like not the biggest glaring issue is that it wasn't genuine at all. And like people are praising it, and I think it's because it's so fun and it's pretty, and like also it's got a cast that you don't see very often, and it's lovely, but it's not genuine, and that's like such a big problem.
It's a decent Netflix movie,
right?
And I think if you and I had had some drinks and just been hanging on the couch, not doing it for this show,
right?
And we'd had some popcorn. I think we could have probably just been like, yeah, this is fun. It's a movie that you rent from Blockbuster back when those existed, and you just went, and you got your friends together. There's one left in Oregon, but you like it's that movie. None of them really felt like bad actors.
Right. That's that's.
But it was just like something wasn't clicking.
Yeah. And this is like scary to say because like everyone loves this film. I put on Twitter a post that was like, we're watching a movie that we don't like and it's on Netflix. Any guesses? And we were like mad in the picture. And somebody was like, well, it can't be To All the Boys I've Loved Before because that's amazing. And it's like, I know everyone loves it. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So with 8th Grade, like being like not to keep comparing to 8th Grade, we did just see both of them the same night.
Right.
But with 8th Grade, it's like things are believable when they happen.
Yeah.
And in this one, the only curveball they do throw us is she kisses the guy that she's fake dating, but everyone thinks they're dating in a hot tub in high school. And a picture of that or a video of that goes around, and that's supposed to be like a sex tape, which it's literally just them kissing in a hot tub, and it's her boyfriend. And also, like, everyone treats her really badly, and I'm like, that is not the experience of my high school life, was like, oh, you might have had sex with your boyfriend? Wow, what a horrible person. It was not a thing that happened in my high school at all.
No.
People were having sex constantly in my high school. And if anything, you got picked on if you weren't having sex. Yeah. And also, this wasn't sex, this was kissing your boyfriend in a hot tub.
Right, like the shame, I understand
so
maybe like bringing in the shame of like, oh man, you like your boyfriend in high school.
Yeah, or like if you were if it was like slut shaming.
Right, but wasn't.
It's very unclear and
very
also
much
not.
Like, you're having a tender moment with your boyfriend.
Yeah, how dare you?
You're a whore.
What
a whoa.
A man and a woman can't be in a hot tub at the same time.
It was well, that's Genesis 37. Right, no,
I forgot about Genesis 37.
Yeah.
That hot tub clause in Genesis.
Little faith,
I forgot about it.
It all wrapped up very fast. She was like, can you defend me for once? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then he did it. And then she was like, all right, I love you. And
he did it like immediately.
Okay, well, good. That's maybe how it should happen, I guess. I don't know. This is all very like by the book. It's all very like, okay, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, the plot felt like it was taken out of like a book. I love love. I love laughing. I'm ready to go on all of those as long as it's not the Emoji Movie. And
or Boss Baby.
Well, Boss Baby I don't think was a rom-com. I guess.
You didn't watch the same movie as me then, Cody. I'm interested to hear like, because I know a lot of people are going to be like heated in the comments because people love this movie. I just want to know like why you like identified with it, or like why it brought you joy, or maybe it was just like an easy watch, or like why was it because it had like a diverse cast, which I get, but like why?
And if you're upset by anything that I said in this review, you can tweet me at Neil Gaiman on Twitter and just let me have it.
Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week. Bye.